Good morning, guys. Melvin Robinson, Integrity and Home Inspection $1 Million Inspector, plus heating and air. One thing that I want to show you guys is electric heat strips. This customer called, she complained about the unit runs, it heats the house, but as soon as the temperature drops, the unit stops heating and she's no longer able to satisfy the house temperature. So as you can see here, we have one unit. This is a 4-ton system. It's also on a zone control. All right, you can see there, I've already opened the top of the unit. And here on this side, make sure I don't fall, we got the zone board. All right, so the first thing I do is check my wires to make sure that each zone is actually doing what it's supposed to do. You see here we got 1 zone, 2 zone, 3 zones. Now all of the zones are not connected because we don't have wires on this 3rd zone here, but the 1st zone and the 2nd zone are connected. The only thermostat that is calling, which is in green, which is zone 1. Now zone 1 is here and they have 2 wires in this zone. So 2 zone motors are running off of 1 zone. That's not a problem. Sometimes you could do it that way, and that just basically saved them from having another thermostat wired in. Like I say, the red lights indicates that the zone is not coming on. The green wire indicates that the zone is on. So we have zone 1 calling, and the first thing I do is on the heat pump, I always just check my line temperature. All right, so I know the heat pump's running. I don't have to run out there right now. So the heat pump is running, but the 2nd stage, which is electric heat, is the white wire. This white wire, I just checked it, it has power. It has voltage, 24 volts going across it. What I don't have is 24 volts on my white wire here in order to send it to the air handler to check the system. So if I had 24 volts there, my amp meter would read around 19 to 21 amps. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jump this red wire, white wire out. All right, jump that wire out and watch to see if the heat strips. Now you can also see that these breakers are having a little condensation build up. That's the moisture that builds up. We're gonna recommend replacing those in order to make sure that it's not creating any arcing or failure at some point. So if they want to do it, they can take care of it at that point. All right, so I have my white wire and red wire jumped out, and look at there, we got 20 volts right at 19 volts. I'm sorry, amps. We have 19 amps at the heat strips. That heat strip has staged on, so I know that my heat stack switch is working properly, and the heat strips are operating. And I have the auxiliary calling. So we know right now, I can eliminate that the air handler is okay, but the zone board is not functioning properly. So we're gonna have to recommend replacing the zone board, and we can go from there to get her back up and heating properly. All right, so you guys stay tuned. Melvin Robinson, Integrity Air and Home Inspection. Have a great day.